I noted last night, folks, that on BBC Two they had the old Rod Stewart night. I think it's celebrating his 80th birthday week, and they had programmes from about 8 o'clock till about 1 or 2 in the morning. And I thought, no, I'm not going to watch them. They're all repeats anyway. And I do call Rod a fair bit on here, but I call him for the stuff he wears and some of the things he says. Mainly the stuff he wears. I mean, the fashion police, if you could get hold of him, they put him in jail for life. I mean, some of the outfits are just horrendous. But for all I call him, I've got to be honest and say, I don't mind some of his songs. Nothing over the last 10 or 15 years, that's all absolute tosh. Some of the stuff he's been writing is so poor it's unbelievable. And none of that great American songbook, for my money, he butchered most everything he did there. Absolutely awful. But some of his old stuff, some good songs there, some classics. And to be honest with you, I was looking forward to Glastonbury this year. He's doing Glastonbury in the Legends slot, and I thought, well, it'd be pretty good if he still got it. I know he still tours, but I don't know how good he is anymore. I thought, if he's still got it, because he's of an age now, I'll look forward to that as long as he plays all the right songs. And certainly nothing modern. Anyway, to that end, I'm going to bed last night and I'm late. I'm on a late one. It's gone 1:30 and I want to go and get in bed. And I just flick YouTube off and I flick over and I get the Beeb on. And there's Rod in Hyde Park. It was filmed in 2015. And I thought, well, I'll listen to just a quick song, see how he sounds. And it was awful. I could barely hear him. He had a bit of a rocky band. They were pretty loud and he wasn't loud or powerful enough. And I thought, well, look, he's in Hyde Park. It's a big gig even for him. He'll have done sound checks beforehand. Surely he will know they're too loud and he's not loud enough. Now, I don't know if it was a case of they couldn't turn him any louder because he's loud anyway and his voice has lost its power because you're going to be getting all feedback and whatever else. And the band's actually got to sound loud because they've got to grab the attention of the audience. And I thought, he's getting lost in the mix here. Plus the song he was singing wasn't that great. I thought, well, in the interest of fairness, I'll give him one more song. Anyway, that next one was worse. Terrible. Well, me, I'm an idiot. Although when I took to bed and I was tired, I ended up watching 5. I watched 5 songs. The 4th one, I wrote it down. Unbelievably bad. I thought it's from one of them latest LPs, because off that latest LPs from a couple of years ago, we had old Penny Lancaster on every TV programme saying it's the best stuff he's ever done. It's brilliant. It was absolutely cack. The songs were awful. The words were terrible. I started to think, has he wrote the words to this and not to his hits? But I've read since he writes all his own words, or the bulk of them, and I thought, well, he's just got very, very lazy or he's lost it, because some of his hits have great words in there. More of that in a moment. The 4th song he did last night that I heard was a song called, what was it called? Can't Stop Me Now. Oh my God. It was awful. Now in this instance I could actually hear him. Couldn't understand what he was saying, but I could hear him. But the words I could hear were absolutely crap. And I mean crap. So I was online and I thought, what's all the words in this? And I read it and I thought, who's come up with these words? It's just terrible. It's absolutely awful. Really, really poor. And he's not going down that well with the crowd. You know, he's not going down badly, but he's not going down well. He's not grasping them. And I'm thinking, you're doing all the wrong songs, Rod. Then all of a sudden, he puts on Wanna Know, the first one of the 5 that he sings that I've heard before. And I thought, well, I'll listen to this before I go up the dancers to bed. As it turned out, it was his, not encore, he didn't do encore, it was his last song. I couldn't believe it. So the 4 previous to it, he'd sung 4 duds when he's got a big songbook there. And he only sings a decent one as his last song. I didn't think it was going to be the last song because I thought, right, I'll listen to this last one, I know this, and then I'll record it and I'll look in the morning to see if he got any better. As I say, it was his last song. I didn't realise it was going to be his last, and it was called, you'll know it. I did, but it's not what he does that often. I was only joking. Well, I'm not joking about how bad he was. He was crap. He was absolutely crap. But he did I Was Only Joking. Absolutely sensational. Just so you know I'm even-handed, folks. I don't lie. Brilliant. Brilliant song. Brilliant composition. Could hear him crystal clear, but he's not having to sing really loud because it's a really quiet song. Really quiet. Words in it, absolutely fantastic. You look at the words in that compared to the one from 10 years ago. Talk about chalk and cheese. They're unbelievably different. One of them, the words are brilliant and they fit the song. The other one, absolute tosh. Tosh. So now I'm thinking, I was looking forward to seeing him at Glastonbury. Am I going to be looking forward to it now or not? I don't know. The band need to turn down. If they can turn him up. And he needs to sing just the classics. And if he can put as many slow ones in as possible, that will help his cause. They might not get the crowd going, but we'll be able to understand him and he'll be clear and he'll sound good. I think. I hope. Now that was filmed in 75, so that's what, 9 years ago, 10 years ago now, and he wasn't audible for me, he wasn't loud enough. I just think, how's he going to be now? Because his voice will have waned a lot in the last 10 years. He'd have been 70 then, he's 80 now. Don't get me wrong, I know if many of his fans on there see this, and they probably won't, they'll all be battering me saying, we still watch him, he's brilliant, he's this, he's that, the other. Well, what can't speak can't lie. And what can't sing can't lie, and he couldn't sing last night. Well, if he was singing, I couldn't hear a thing. And my hearing's pretty good for my age. It was crap last night, as I say. 5 songs, 4 of them, tosh. 1 song, absolutely brilliant. And I wasn't joking, and neither was he when he sung it. It was a great song, but it was the only 1 out of 5. That's not good enough.